All right, man, peace. So now this is going to be part two on the Cleveland Cavalier chemistry issue. Right now, Shannon is in the midst of one of his diatribes for his man, LeBron. Let's see what else he has to say.
I saw the way LeBron didn't play down the stretch of game 3 in
32,
Cleveland.
10, and 10.
See the last 5 possessions of that game?
30. You talking about one game? I'm talking about.
I'm talking about a series. You talking about one damn game, a quarter. You know, I mean, how did you get on this show? You supposed to have knowledge of something. You don't know shit.
You talking about possessions?
Huh?
How many possessions are there in a game? 100.
Well, you got a 4-point lead with a minute and a half left in the ball in the hands of the best player on the planet.
What should have closed then?
Huh?
What should have closed?
He lost his closer job that night because LeBron said, "This is my house. This is my game."
He lost it when he went 0 for 7.
Yeah.
But I get JR's frustration. It would be hard. It would be really, really hard, Skip, for me to be, and I'm a heavy contributor. I can imagine them bringing in another tight end and say, well, Shannon, we're going to reduce your role. You're going to start coming off the bench.
Yeah, but Shannon, you were a perennial all-star. You're a Hall of Famer. That's totally different. All right, you would be more the Dwayne Wade. You wouldn't be JR. They would make room for you to start. Like, you would have to show visible signs of attrition in how you played and how you prepared in order for them to make that type of a move. Even in football, like we know football, they go year by year, but that's totally different. Like, you can't put yourself in the J.R. Smith role. You're the Dwayne Wade in this equation. JR has to understand that. Look, we know you won a championship with LeBron, but you are a role player. Dwayne Wade is a future Hall of Famer. It's totally different levels. Dwayne Wade, any degradation in Dwayne Wade's game has brought him closer to J.R. Smith, but J.R. Smith has also degraded. He's not as explosive as he once was.
Now, all I know.
JR even went so far as to say, I thought I would get a chance to compete against him in the preseason games.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, if Mike would have done that to me, we'd have had to move some furniture, Joey.
Really?
Yeah, some furniture might have been removed.
Hell yeah. There'd have been some furniture moving. Meaning a couch up the crack of his ass, because there ain't no way in hell ain't somebody starting over me.
Moved upstairs.
Wow.
I'm not going no bench.
Wow.
Well, hey, they're going to call a technical foul, because we're going to have 6 men on the court.
Huh.
When they walk.
Don't worry about it, baby. There's 6 of us out here right now. Just play and act like I ain't here. I'm going to set a pick for you. I'm going to pass you the ball. When they notice me, they're going to escort me out the stadium. I'll meet you in the parking lot. I love you.
When they walk the starting lineup, at 2 guard from Marquette, also 2 guard
From Savannah State?
No.
Exactly. Skip picked up the same thing I picked up. Hey, yo, Shannon, that would be Shannon's dream. Shannon's dream is not to win another Super Bowl. Shannon's dream is to just play one game with LeBron. He'd be the point guard. LeBron is a small forward. Oh, man, my life is complete.
No, from St. Bill, wherever JR went to St. Bill.
I thought you were going to introduce yourself.
I'm not coming off no bench.
Hell no, I'm not coming off the bench. When me and LeBron played the YMCA, I'm starting. So, I mean, shit, I can imagine what y'all thinking.
After I done what I did, and you think I'm finna come off the bench?
Mm-hmm. Did you see those 2 plays Kyrie made in his little preseason game last night?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Kyrie in a minute.
Well, I was thinking.
Why you always gotta bring up that little bastard? Ain't nobody talking about no damn Kyrie. We talking about my man, LeBron. 6'8", 260 pounds of sexual chocolate.
I was thinking maybe we could see him right now.
No, we can't. No, we can't. We about to go to break.
Okay.
Just go to commercial.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wait, just real quick. Look at this finish. Is that not the best finish? That's what's going to be happening Tuesday night in LeBron's house.
That is not the best finish I've ever seen. The best finish is going to be when I finish your ass off. I can't wait till you retire.
Hey,
Look at this.
Hey,
Over Dwight Howard?
You remember the last?
Wow. Watch this pass. Tell me he can't play point guard. Watch this. Boom. Is that not LeBron-esque?
That's going to be a major key for Kyrie for this season. That he distribute the ball and that he makes sharp, accurate passes. This is going to be a referendum on Kyrie Irving. It's going to be a chance for him to really prove that he can be an impactful player, a transcendent player, and make the people around him better. We'll see.
That was sweet now.
Oh,
That's what's coming on Tuesday night. That's what's coming. And that's why LeBron is saying, I got a bad ankle.
It's going good. I mean, he's going to be passing the ball, but you know at his heart, you know what he is.
He's a closer.
He's a two-guard. And he saw what Russell see. Russell upset him because he saw Russell get that triple, get all that love playing solo. So he think he going to get something.
There may be a little bit of that to Kyrie's, reasoning. I think that Kyrie did. I mean, a lot of these players, they see a guy like a Russell Westbrook who gets a chance to basically just, go ham for a whole season, and they want to get that out of their system. So it wouldn't shock me if a little bit of that also played into Kyrie's thought process.
It ain't gonna happen.
You're slipping off the bandwagon already. It hadn't even started yet.
LeBron got this. You remember what happened? Hey, ask Andre Iguodala if you try to lay the ball up on LeBron, what happened?
Ask him what happened. LeBron got this. I spoke to him last night. I was massaging his ankle. Rubbing Ben Gay all, in every nook and cranny of his ankle. Make sure he's ready for game 1. And I told him, don't worry about Kyrie. Just leave the little nigga alone. He wants to take 40 shots. Let him take 40 shots. Fuck him. We got bigger fish to fry.
You remember that skill?
No, ask J.R. Smith. He was the one who started that.
No, J.R. didn't start nothing.
Yeah. J.R.'s on the bench.
He hesitated for a second.
Yeah.
You should look. It kills me to say it, but Wade is the better choice here.
Nope.
Easily the better choice. As usual, like I said, Joy Taylor, she goes off here and there, particularly when it comes to Floyd Mayweather. But she speaks when it's her turn to speak. She speaks when it's right to speak, and she normally has factual things to say, actual cogent points to make.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Wade averaged 18.3 points and 43.4% shooting.
But he
only missed 22 games last year. JR missed 41 games, shot 35%, and averaged 8.6 points. It was his
Thank you. Not even close.
With the Cavs. Worst season with the Cavs.
No. Give me JR. Because JR will hit them big clutch threes.
Really?
Dwayne Wade's been hitting clutch shots his whole career, Shannon. Just stop, brother.
There's no way
Wade
is going to...
Oh, I know what it is. Shannon jealous because D Wade is back with his man, LeBron. He's jealous.
Going to Cleveland to come off the bench.
Well, then give me
That's why he went to Cleveland.
Exactly, to start. And he should be starting.
We're going to let him start. We'll let him
Thank you, Joy Taylor.
start for a little while. But I guarantee you, before long, JR going to come in that starting line.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Here's what I do know. I know that D Wade, if he know what's good for him, he better stay away from my man. He already got his wife, that old ass Gabrielle Union. If he want to keep that union intact, he better stay away from my man, because I'll tear that ass up, him and Gabby.
Wade's coming off the bench.
Yes. Now if I got to put my foot down, I got to put my foot down. Now I don't want to have to jump off this.
All the Kardashian.
Yeah, hell yeah. I put my foot down and put my foot up somebody's ass.
The Kardashian cameras and stuff they're in the gym. They're all up in the facility.
Yeah.
No, LeBron ain't letting that happen.
Yeah, he is.
He is. They're already in there.
Yeah, LeBron already let that happen, brother. But to LeBron's credit, he was filming them, filming the Cavs, and he was saying, "Look at this shit show." So LeBron clearly is not happy with it. I would expect something to happen with that Tristan Thompson situation sometime this year. I expect there to be some type of explosion in that locker room in regards to Tristan Thompson and the Kardashian issue.
You don't watch LeBron snap? You should get on Snapchat.
Watch LeBron snap? I'm the one snapping the picture. What are you talking about? No. Why don't you just look at Skip like you like to do? With your little dumb ass.
Hold on.
You should.
Hold on.
Yep.
They got cameras.
Yes. LeBron was snapping it.
You know what? That couldn't fly to football. Woo. I wish.
We'll let you get off the bench.
Hold on. You know what, Skip? I need some time off. I need about a week off because I got to fly out to Cleveland and find out what the fuck is going on for real. Because I was texting Braun this morning. He ain't tell me nothing about this shit. So, I got to clean house. I need about a week off. I'm going to take a plane out to Cleveland right after the show. Okay, I promise I'll be back by next week. But I just got to settle some skulls. Let's go to commercial.
Off the bandwagon right now, though, but you got to get off right now.
Are you off?
I wish I'd have been playing and somebody tried to bring some cameras around for some reality TV.
Well, there is a thing called Hard Knocks. Would you?
Yeah,
Hard Knocks?
No, I like Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks was good, but that wasn't about nobody's girlfriend. And I would get some cheese off that too. I mean, Big Shot was like $25 an episode.
Shannon said he was getting $25 an episode for Hard Knocks.
Speaking of the Cavs, Kyrie Irving took a shot at the city of Cleveland yesterday. We'll discuss that next.
All right, so now let's see what they have to say about Kyrie.
The NBA season starts in just 5 days. Of course, the biggest story of the offseason was the Kyrie Irving Isaiah Thomas trade. Yesterday, Kyrie threw some shade at his old hometown, saying about Boston, quote, "I'm really playing in a real live sports city."
And when Kyrie said that, I don't think that he really meant it to be a slap or slight at Cleveland. But you cannot compare Cleveland to Boston as a city in any way, shape, or form. There's just no comparison between the two cities, sports-wise, as far as how their municipalities are handled. I mean, just in no way, shape, or form. You know, Kyrie wants to be on the big stage. The big stage is Boston. You know, they have the most NBA championships of any team. So he wants to add on to that legacy. That's basically his sentiment.
On the other side, Isaiah Thomas keeps talking about the trade, saying none of it makes any sense. It still doesn't make any sense. I'm still asking what the hell happened. It's a trade you make in NBA 2K, not a trade you make in real life.
You know what Isaiah Thomas sounds like with this statement? He sounds like the guy who tried to wife up the thought or the hoe and then acts surprised when the hoe leaves him for a degenerate. Look, man, there's no loyalty in sports. I don't know why he thought that there was. I don't know why guys buy into that family atmosphere bullshit in professional sports. It's a business. I know the real reason why he's upset. The real reason why he's upset is because he had carte blanche to take whatever shot he wanted in Boston, and he's not going to have that in Cleveland. That's what it's really about. And this is why I said earlier in a previous video when the trade was first finalized, that it wouldn't shock me if there was some friction between LeBron and Isaiah Thomas in Cleveland, because Isaiah Thomas has an alpha male personality. And it's very difficult for a guy 5'9" in the NBA who's not only been able to work himself into being a starter, but to being a guy who's gotten MVP votes, for him to now say, you know what, I'm just going to play a background role now. I expect there to be some friction between him and LeBron, especially when he comes back to play, and he's even worse defensively than Kyrie was.
In real life. Skip. What's going on with Isaiah and Kyrie?
He's yours now. You realize that.
Oh, you're proud of me, huh?
Yeah, you got another problem brewing. So, this is a classic tale of two cities. This is the classic PR handbook on how to and how not to win over your new fan base. You have Kyrie Irving saying all the right things about Boston and its tradition and its sports fans. And you have Isaiah Thomas saying the absolute worst thing that you could say to the fans in Cleveland.
Well, I think that it's the absolute worst thing that you could say in regards to trying to build some type of rapport with your current teammates. I don't think that Isaiah Thomas cares about what the people of Cleveland think about him. And to be quite honest with you, looking at the track record of Cleveland fans, I don't think that he should. I think that it's clear that he plans on getting the hell out of there after this season or whenever his contract is up. So I don't think he cares. I think that he's still bitter about what happened in Boston, because in his delusional mind, which, as I've stated, it is important for top-level athletes to be a bit delusional, because you have to see things before anybody else can see it. In his delusional mind, he thought that they were building up to defeat the Cavaliers. So when he got traded for a guy in Kyrie Irving, who in his mind he's better than, it shocked him. But no, he's not better than Kyrie Irving. I mean, and there's no disrespect to Isaiah Thomas. He's a great little player. But on his best day, he can't do what Kyrie Irving can do. So I guarantee you, the happiest people in the NBA when Kyrie left Cleveland were the Golden State Warriors. Because that little dude can detonate, man. Kyrie Irving can get you 45 in a game, and on double teams and stuff. No, they're far more comfortable having to worry about an Isaiah Thomas than a Kyrie Irving. There's no doubt about that.
Isaiah, you've just got to let it go, give it up, make peace with it. Nothing you can say right now will change what has happened. You can say you'll never talk to Danny Ainge again, and it won't change a thing.
Absolutely, because Danny Ainge don't give two fucks if you talk to him again. Danny Ainge's job is to make sure that the Celtics become a better team every year, And in order to do that, he has to make the current players who are there believe that they're going to be there forever, even if he knows that they're not. I mean, his job as the the person who handles basketball operations is to make whatever moves benefit his team, because if he doesn't, he's going to be removed. Simple as that.
All you're doing is alienating your new fans in Cleveland, and you're probably starting to annoy your new teammates.
Absolutely.
Too. Yeah. So Isaiah continues to say, this isn't the first time, but he keeps saying, this trade makes no sense. It makes perfect sense to me, because Isaiah Thomas, when you boil it down, he's a 5'9" ball hogging, quote unquote, shoot first point guard.
For the most part, I agree. It makes perfect sense because Kyrie is just better than him at everything. There's nothing that Isaiah Thomas is better than Kyrie at. Nothing. I mean, he's known as Mr. Fourth Quarter. Kyrie Irving is a better clutch performer than him. And he's been in bigger clutch scenarios than Isaiah Thomas to prove it. Now, I wouldn't call him a ball hogger for the simple fact that he shoots 47%. I know I don't judge ball hogging based off of how many shots a guy takes. I base it off of what is the percentage that he makes. Right? Like, I had one of these guys try to list all of Kobe Bryant's stats, and he said, oh, well, Jordan has shot more shots than Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan is a career 50% shooter from the field, and that's counting the 2 years in Washington. All right? At the end of his tenure with the Bulls for his career, he was shooting like 52%. Kobe Bryant's like a career 43% shooter. My point being is this: when you have a guy like an Isaiah Thomas or Kyrie, who are both shooting in that 47.5% range, I don't consider them ball hogs. I consider them guys who are probably the best option on offense. Now, when you look at a guy like a Russell Westbrook, a guy shooting 43%, now that's a ball hog. That's a shot jacker. All right. To me, until you get up over 45% from the field, you really have to limit the amount of shots that you take.
Who can be a defensive liability, who had the greenest light in the league in Boston. He was the whole show. He was the man. He was the only star in Boston. And I get it that he's shell-shocked, because he's going from, I've got it all, playing for a great fandom, historically great fandom in Boston, to I got to try to figure out how to be second fiddle to LeBron James, and I don't think he's loving that. But Danny Ainge just stole Kyrie Irving. What's not to see about that? What doesn't make sense about that? Kyrie Irving is an established superstar with a ring, with the best handle in basketball. No, he's a superstar.
No, he's not.
I wouldn't call Kyrie a superstar yet. I call him a star also, but not because he doesn't have superstar potential or talent. It's just he hasn't had the chance to lead a team yet. To me, to be a superstar, you have to be leading your team. Unless you're fortunate enough to be on one of those teams where you're a tandem, like a Russell Westbrook and a Kevin Durant, or back in the day, John Stockton and a Karl Malone. John Stockton was a superstar player. I mean, it's a whole nother topic, but he could dominate a game, like as the lead guy. Kyrie has not proven that yet. In clutch spots, John Stockton was one of the great clutch players in that era of the late 80s through the 90s. So Kyrie still has a lot to prove. I believe that he has superstar potential, but he still has to prove it. But right now, I would put him in that intermediate area, that limbo in between star and superstar.
He's super.
No, he's not.
He closed for LeBron James. That's all you need to know. That's how you get the super in front of your name.
No.
When you make the shot to win the series against the Golden State Warriors in the greatest comeback ever in the finals, when you make that shot, you're a superstar.
No. So I guess Eli Manning is elite then, because he made
it.
No, ain't no what everybody. I'm talking about what.
Yeah, but at least Kyrie keeps backing it up during the regular season.
Great point. You can't compare Kyrie Irving to Eli Manning. Eli has had a couple of good regular seasons, but for the most part, he's lived off of his last name. Okay, so it's really hard to compare Kyrie to Eli Manning. I think that I believe that Kyrie has done a lot in the last few regular seasons to show that his potential, his ceiling is higher than Eli Manning's ever was. And for all intents and purposes, Eli Manning's career is over. He's pushing 40. Kyrie's only 25. And like Skip was saying, I believe when Danny Ainge looked at Kyrie, he saw another Isaiah Thomas. And when I say Isaiah Thomas, I'm talking about the one from the Pistons, the one that used to, bust the Celtics' asses in the playoffs in the mid-'80s when they went to war with each other. Now, when he sees Kyrie, I believe he sees that old Isaiah Thomas.
Season. Who made the shot of shots on Christmas Day?
And it's not a coincidence that Kyrie is wearing Isaiah Thomas's number.
Last year to beat Golden State in that big Christmas Day matchup at Cleveland.
Well, who made the throw in the Super Bowl? Hit that David Tyree. Yeah. He hit Mario Manningham.
Yeah. Well, whose team has missed the playoffs 7 of the last 9 years?
No, well, let me go. First of all,
wait. I haven't finished yet.
You've been finished.
You just been speaking for the last 5 minutes.
Let me go with your old ass. If you don't let me go now, you might croak before I get to talk back to you.
5 minutes is like a minute and 25 seconds. Kyrie Irving said, look, I want to make it clear. I like the city of Cleveland. Every time I go there, I have a good time because I think it's really great. I like the people there. We took our show there. They were nothing but great. And they know I don't love LeBron, but they accept it. They're good people. But Boston's a great city, too. I know it's got its problems, but has great tradition, and they are great Celtics fans there. And so Kyrie's just saying...
Well, the reason why they accept that you don't like LeBron, Skip, is because, they don't trust him either anymore. Cleveland look at LeBron like the hot chick that they broke up with, but they let get back in their life. They never know if or when she gonna leave again. So, LeBron, they don't have that, they have trust issues with LeBron.
Hey, Cleveland's in my rear view, man. I'm here, what do you call it, a real life sport. I mean, it's a little over the top, but you don't think that's going to play great with those Celtic fans? Absolutely,
and Boston they live and die for their sports, man. Like when he says that's a real live sports city, what he's talking about is, look at their heritage, their sports heritage, man. They have a team that has won as many Super Bowls as any team in NFL history. They have a team that has won, 3 World Series in the last, 14 years? They got a team that has, won a championship about, almost 10 years ago. But, they've been relatively competitive in the last, 10 years and also have the most NBA championships of all time. They have a great sports heritage there. And plus, they got what Kyrie liked there. They got a lot of white broads who like black chicks, who like black dudes there, Kyrie gonna be swimming through the snow bunnies over there. They got a lot of white chicks that like black dudes up in the New England area for Kyrie.
Fans, you don't think he's already lighting up that garden? Way to go, Kyrie.
Kyrie, we get it. Cleveland has not enjoyed the success that Boston has over the last 20 years as far as sports. 5 Super Bowls, 3 World Series, and a hockey, a Stanley Cup in 2011. With
you looked that up.
Right, exactly. I forgot that one. The Boston Bruins, too.
I get it. No, I don't need to look that up. We get it. Cleveland, the Browns, come on. But the fans are still loyal.
They are.
Now, this is what we know. The fans in New England, they became loyal. They forget what it was like in the 80s and the 90s.
Yo, I remember the Patriots in the early 90s. They were viewed in the early 90s like maybe like the Jacksonville Jaguars, or I'm trying to think of a very moribund franchise now. Like they were looked at as straight trash, man. Back when they had the actual picture of the Patriot on the side of their helmet.
I don't forget because I played there.
It wasn't until they brought in Drew Bledsoe and Ben Coates and what's this guy name? The receiver from Ohio State, Terry something. Terry Glenn. That was homeboy name, Terry Glenn. I remember him back when he played with Ohio State.
When it was the old stadium, even when Mr. Kraft on it, they played in front of 40,000, and it was like 20,000 would show up. So I get it, Kyrie. You in Boston, you're happy now. Keep it. Just keep it moving. You're happy, real life sports. Okay, let's see what happens when you go into that shooting slump and they call you to, you know what Boston case, what that case was doing. We're gonna see how much you love that real sports city there.
That was such a low blow and so silly. So Kyrie's supposed to worry that if he go into a shooting slump, they're gonna call him a nigga. So what? They're not gonna call him that in Cleveland? They wouldn't call him that in any other city in America? Like, give me a break, Shannon. Shannon, for somebody who always talking all this race shit, why are you with a white bitch, bro? I mean, what, did you choke the shit out of her when she called you a nigga right before she bust a nut? Like, give me a break.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. Danny Ainge told you with this trade that he believes Kyrie Irving is more capable of getting them to and taking them where they need to be than you.
He is.
What made it so abundantly clear to me, the one pick that Danny Ainge was unwilling to relinquish for Paul George, for Jimmy Butler, he gladly and willingly gave it up for Kyrie Irving.
Absolutely, and he did the right thing because he sees the potential in Kyrie. He understands there's no way in hell that Isaiah Thomas was ever going to lead them to a championship.
And he should have.
Isaiah, let me tell you something.
Now, Isaiah Thomas, as a backup to Kyrie, he could have been like a Vinnie Johnson. Now that would have been dynamite.
Something, and this is what I tell all athletes. If you make a decision to play and you're injured, or you make a decision to play and you're going through something personally, that is your decision. Remember, that is your decision. And I hate using the term always and every, but an NBA team or a sports team, be it NBA, Stanley, hockey, football, baseball, they will always do what's in the best interest of their team.
Absolutely.
Danny Ainge believed, Isaiah, this was in the best interest of the team. You made your decision. And I get all this, well, I was injured and I'm going through something. I get it. And I'm sorry that you had to go through what you went through with your sister. But when you made that decision, you can't have revisionist history. You can't have buyer's remorse because they're always going to do what's best for their team.
Absolutely. That's his job. That's Danny Ainge's job. He can't go to the board members of the Boston Celtics and say, well, we decided to keep Isaiah Thomas and not bring Kyrie Irving because, we felt sorry for him that his sister passed. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, you're making the same amount of money in Cleveland. It's not like he fired you.
You need to let it go, bro. Let it go. It is over with. No matter what you say, 2K, this trade makes sense. If you don't ever speak to Danny Ainge again, you think Danny Ainge losing? No. But it's making you look bad. I know it hurts. I know it hurts because when the Broncos didn't re-sign me in the 2006 skip, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. 7 straight Pro Bowls, 4 first-team All-Pro in the last 5 years, led the team in receiving 7 of the 9 years. I'm like, whoa, wait.
Stats.
I'm like, whoa, hold on, what's going on here?
Yeah, Shannon was no joke, man. Shannon, for the people who didn't get to see him play, Shannon was awesome. Great tight end.
They wanted to move on. So guess what? I had to go get my stuff. I had to keep it moving.
Yeah.
I ain't got no hostility.
Were you not a little beat up by that point in your career?
I wasn't beat up. Ask Ravens. That one, big play. Shane was born. They just need to dust me off, Skip. I still work just fine. Change the battery.
They did have to dust you.
Hey, yo, Shannon, the character, man. Change the battery.
Dust you off.
Dust me. They blew the dust off. Hey, go get the play. But
you made one play.
No, I made a bunch of plays.
Oakland play.
I made a bunch of plays. You ought to see the one against the Broncos. Caught a tip, went 58 on us. Then I caught the play. We was down 7-0 in Tennessee. Snuck behind.
How do you remember this stuff? Like it was yesterday.
Caught a 57-yard and took it down to the one Jamal.
You need to give it up.
No, Skip. Let's skip.
I don't know why he keeps asking Shannon how he remembers this stuff. Shannon clearly has a very high cerebral capacity. That's why, look, I don't judge people by their so-called education. I judge them by their intellect and by their recall. That's how you can tell how sharp or how much mental acuity somebody has.
What does Isaiah like talking about?
He just be on that bullshit when it comes to this a lot of this fake TV race posturing that he be doing.
Talking about this, Skip. What does he hope to accomplish?
He left his heart in Boston. It's clear.
Obvious. Thank you, Skip. That's why I said from the start when you read the comments, it reads like a dude who tried to wife up a hoe and got mad when the hoe went back to their basic instincts. Like, hello, there's no love in professional sports, dude. Like, talking about this is a trade that you make in NBA 2K. Why would you think that? Are you trying to say that you're that much better than Kyrie Irving in your mind? Like, give me a break.
Yeah, and you just can't express your heart. And he also is forgetting the fact that he is potentially damaged goods.
Yes.
And I hope he's okay.
Yes.
It doesn't sound great.
Yes.
Because once you got the hip, you know, it's hard to heal the hip.
And then he's a 5'9" player, so any explosiveness that he loses is going to really affect him on the basketball court.
When you make a decision to play injured or you're going through something personally, that is your decision.
It is.
Now remember, the team's going to do what's best for them. Even if he was healthy, even if he had signed out, if this deal comes along for them to get Kyrie, they get it. They're making this deal, Skip. It's simple. Isaiah, they think Kyrie Irving is a better player than you, and he can take them further
And they're right.
than you can. I don't really. What else do you need to see?
Now, that's it. And furthermore, bottom line, Isaiah Thomas wants max money. And Danny Ainge was stuck with us, the lone star who wants max money. And I
At
promise you,
5'7".
that's correct. And that Danny Ainge was losing sleep over that because
I agree, because Isaiah Thomas's play had put Danny in a precarious position where he was going to have to try to find a way out of that. You know, Isaiah Thomas was playing so well that he was almost earning the contract that he was trying to stipulate or that he was requesting. And Danny Ainge, you know, being somebody who's won championships, knows that Isaiah Thomas is not leading them to a championship. So it was just better to cut bait. And the Kyrie Irving trade demand gave them the best option. You know, it really was manna from heaven for Danny Ainge. It gave him the out that he needed to trade Isaiah Thomas and have it be something that the fans would not, complain about.
because he's saying, I can't do this. And all of a sudden, Cleveland's going to take my problem off my hands, the injury and the max contract off my hands.
And if how do I
Wow.
can give him Skip? How you give him $200 million?
Absolutely not.
Well,
And the man is going to be 30 this year.
what you building around?
He's yours now.
We're gonna make the best of the situation.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about us. I know what we got, Just take him off the scrap heap, With us, he's not going to be the lead guy. He's going to play behind LeBron, Isaiah, you take your little Emmanuel Lewis-looking ass and stand up over there in the corner. When LeBron kick out to you, make that shot. That's your job.
We're gonna make the best of this situation this year. We're gonna be in the finals.
You're having a rough day.
Yeah, man, Not what really got me upset is the cameras. I ain't know nothing about no Kardashian was filming in the locker room.
Yeah, Skip. I'm serious about that. When the show is over, I'm flying out to Cleveland, so I need about a week off. Do what you got to do. Talk to the bosses. Let them know I'm taking a week off because I got to wreck shop over there. Tristan Thompson, just so you know, when I see you, it's on. Okay? Don't even put your hands up and just be ready for this ass whooping I'm about to serve you. That's all. Okay? And tell Chloe big Sasquatch looking ass to stay out of it. Simple as that. And then, after that, I'll fly back out here and continue to whoop your ass every day, Skip. But I do need that week off.
It was on his Instagram.
Hold on,
It wasn't on his Snapchat.
Did LeBron sign off on this? Who signed off
Yes,
on
he
it?
did, because it's in the facility. We know that's LeBron's facility.
Hey, LeBron loves the camera.
He don't love no
He
camera.
does.
It's in the weight room.
LeBron don't love no camera. Only time he like the camera is when we go out on vacation. We go on the beach, we take pictures together. Me, him, and Savannah and the kids. Other than that, he's shy.
You gotta do your curls around the camera.
I just want to know who signed off on this.
That's all I need to know, Skip. That's why I'm flying out. I'm taking some time off. I promise I won't be gone more than a week, but I got to find out who signed off on this shit. Because if I see LeBron James' signature, we heading to divorce court.
If Dan Gilbert signed off on this,
LeBron runs the franchise. He's the head coach. He's the GM.
why would LeBron sign off on this?
Because he...
It ain't making sense, Skip. It's not making sense. Nothing that you saying is making sense with your old ass. You're just trying to split me and him up. That's okay. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. You can call me, Sherlock Sharp, because I'm gonna get to the bottom of this shit.
Because he loves the attention.
Because it's you have to feed the excuse machine.
There is no excuses. I got enough of them. I'm about to be out, Skip.
Ooh.
Didn't I tell you the man? I told you the man gonna take some time off and head out there to Cleveland and whoop some ass.
I'm about to be out.
This is great.
It's not great.
Good day on Undisputed.
I cannot believe he allowed them to film that show up in there. I ain't got no problem with them. But just keep your show in Calabasas or wherever, your little store or where.
Yeah, whatever that little tired-ass place that y'all live out in California. Don't bring that around my man. We trying to get the 4th championship. We still trying to catch Jordan. I can't believe this.
Or wherever you shoot at. But keep it away from us.
Nope.
LeBron, you need to put your foot down. You need to talk to Double T. You need to call him in your office and talk to him.
You know.
Yeah. Call him in your office. You know, if you need me, I'm going to be out there. Matter of fact, I'm flying out there tonight. Okay? So make sure you don't have your phone off because I'm going to be texting you. As soon as I land, I need a limo to come pick me up because me and you going to handle it. We're going to deal with Double T.
You know, I thought last year was going to be pretty petty, but this might be the pettiest NBA season of all time.
You know what? You never know. We got a lot of crazy shit going on with a lot of these dudes. And they social media, their little subliminal messages and all this other little silly shit. So Joy Taylor may have a point there. This may be a really, as she would say, petty season.
With Russ and Durant and Kyrie and JR.
Isaiah Thomas.
Wade and Isaiah.
And Shannon.
And LeBron just gonna, keep his head down, just keep grinding.
Oh yeah.
LeBron got them blinders on.
But there's one team that never has any issues. They just keep their nose to the grindstone and they just keep on.
That broccoli?
Yeah, the Spurs. They never have any issues.
I don't care.
Of course they don't have any issues because them guys are under mind control. That handler that they got, Popovich, you better not bring none of that bullshit in there. Popovich will be waving a damn. He'll be waving a damn watch in front of you, having you clucking like a damn chicken.
I don't care.
Everybody loves everybody.
You can add cheese. You can add whatever. You can put bacon in it. You can do whatever you want to. It's still broccoli.
Yeah.
They're still the Spurs.
Delicious.
You know what? What's the best food in the world for somebody? It's broccoli.
Chicken breast.
Broccoli.
Eggs.
It's nature's most perfect food. It's broccoli. It
was
is.
concocted. They made it in a lab somewhere.
Oh, no.
Not.
That's cauliflower.
We know how I feel about Cleveland, but I will say Cleveland has real sports fans.
Yes,
you have to be a loyal fan to cheer for the Browns every
Yes.
Hey.
No, Shannon, you're correct, brother. Broccoli is genetically, I shouldn't say genetically modified. Broccoli is a man-made food. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, those are all man-made foods. Cauliflower.
Today, you'd have to be a loyal fan to hang with the Indians after the way they came up small, and that's.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but the Browns, they're going to have 75,000. Skip, they hadn't won anything in a very, very long time. Haven't even been close to winning.
No.
Deep.
They're very diehard fans.
Yeah.
But I get it, Kyrie.
I don't get it. I don't get shit. The one thing I'm gonna get is I'm gonna get a case when I get out there to Cleveland and find out who the fuck got all them goddamn cameras in my man's practice facility. We trying to get to the mountaintop.
Bob Parker makes an excuses for Aaron Judge.
But anyway, just watch for a lot of issues with the Cleveland Cavaliers this season. They have a lot of talent, but sometimes on paper things look good, but you never know how guys are going to mesh chemistry wise, and I think they have too many of the same type of player. But anyway, peace.